Nothing breathes. The void awakens in the quickening of atrophy.
Winston from Parkway Drive, thank you very much for joining us on the right note.
Thanks for having me.
And we've just seen a little bit of the film clip for The Void.
Yeah.
And as I was watching it, I was struck by the scene where you're set on fire.
Yep.
And
Yeah, that's striking. It's a bit striking, that one.
what is that like to be set on fire?
Really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the take where it worked. And I didn't have to get put out after 5 seconds. Because the first two takes, the flame was mental.
Right.
Completely consuming. And the heat was too much and I literally had to drop and get put out.
Wow.
We did it with a really awesome stunt crew.
Yeah.
They ran all the stunts in the entire thing. And
Okay.
it was far more than we anticipated. And it was legit. That entire music video is the most legit thing we've ever done film-wise. But
Yeah.
the fire thing was nuts.
So even though you're covered in gel, you still feel that.
It was
the
gel,
intensity.
a wet wetsuit,
Okay.
gel, a layer of the fireproof material that was dipped in gel, then more gel, then dry fireproof material, then the costume, and then more stuff on the exposed things.
Wow.
And I couldn't feel it that much, but the back of my neck, which just got roasted.
Wow.
And the thing is, the heat builds.
Yeah,
So once you get put out, the heat still continues to build. You've got to you've got to get put out before the heat is unbearable because you're going to be cooking basically.
Right.
So it was nuts. It was really nuts.
Yeah.
The third take, I was like, the one you see is the third take, and I did it, and I was like, right, I'm out of here. Kick the dude, drop on the ground, get put out, and yeah, because I ran back to the camera afterwards, and I'm like, did we do it? And Luke, our guitarist, is like, he pulled away a bit early. He could have gone more. And I'm like, there's blisters on the back of my neck, man. I
Right.
couldn't have done it longer. I literally couldn't have done it longer. It was crazy.
And then you get your neck snapped, so it was all for nothing.
Yeah, that was it. Snapped my own one. So, got my neck snapped and then stomped on my own head. So,
So that's the first single off Reverence, which is out on May 4th.
Yeah.
In the lead up to an album coming out now, does it still feel the same to you? Do you still feel the same things you felt sort of in the lead up to the release of your first album? Is there still a sense of excitement, or?
It's excitement, but it's in context. Now it's the excitement having been tempered with experience of knowing how people receive music.
Right.
Times have changed. When we first were putting out albums, it was go down to the CD store and buy a CD.
Right.
And I don't even know if pirating music was around then. So
Yeah.
the idea of charts and all of that kind of stuff didn't matter, and the internet wasn't there to talk crap on. And you literally just put out a record and someone said this many records got sold, and then you rock up and you do a gig and you hope that people have come.
Yeah.
And now you put out a single on YouTube and people give their opinions within 10 seconds of hearing anything, and all of that stuff. You just temper your expectations and your response to that.
Right.
So that's basically it. I'm psyched for people just to hear it.
Okay.
That's literally it. It comes down to, and it goes for the rest of the band too. We've been sitting on this music and this creation for quite some time.
Yep.
And it's the same thing that always happens. But after sitting there for that long, it's I want you to hear this. We didn't create it with the intent of never sharing it. We want people to hear it for better or worse.
Yeah.
Whatever they make of it, I want to show people.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just it's almost there.
And it's your sixth album, which in itself is a pretty remarkable feat. Not many bands get to that point. Why do you think you have?
That's a really good question. Because we still enjoy doing what we do.
Yeah.
That's probably the simplest thing. We enjoy playing and we enjoy creating. To be honest, every single record we do, when we finish the process of recording, we are done. That's the creativity captured, and there's nothing left in the tank. So the idea of doing something new is whoa, we need time to recharge.
Right.
And you never know if you're going to recharge. That's the thing. There could come a day when we record a record and after 4 years we're still no ideas.
Yep.
But at this point in time, we keep coming out and then it keeps sparking back up, which is really, really cool.
That's great.
So it's still a really fun process. And to be honest, it's more fun now than I think it's ever been.
Right.
Simply because I think we've grown as people and as musicians, and the skills have grown with the personalities, and it's widened the palette for what what the imagination can capture in terms of what we want to create.
Yeah.
And now we have the skills to be able to flesh out those creations, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only is it your sixth album, but each album actually is getting more popular, which again is quite rare. So Aya, the album prior to this, came out in 2015, your most successful album yet.
Yeah.
And that was an album where you kind of took a few risks on.
Oh, yeah.
Did the success of that give you the confidence to then go further on this
Yeah,
one?
that was it, definitely. And it wasn't so much like, there's the success of it in the sense of us, well, the fans or the audience validating our faith in the sense of like, we made that album based on us going, like the sole thing about this music was we enjoy listening to it. It's different to things we've done before, but we enjoy listening to it, so hopefully other people will enjoy it too.
Yeah.
And the fact it was received so well means we're like, okay, like we can see the correlation between how that works, which is good. Which meant this time around that wasn't anything to think about. And on top of that, like when we made Aya, we were really like we were pushing ourselves out of these well-grooved tracks, which we'd been in, and hoping we could create something. Like it was literally like we're creating these things that are different from anything we've done before, and we don't know if it works.
Yeah.
Like if it honestly works, because all we're running off is our own ears. And for it to work, and for us to go, we're not crazy.
Yeah.
We just went into this process just going, do whatever.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
Do whatever you want, and have the confidence in knowing that if you put in the work, you can create whatever you want.
Yeah.
So we literally just rolled with the most interesting things we could come up with, and made them Parkway.
Yeah.